Welcome to a brand new YouTube series by AFOL TV.
Hey guys, welcome back to AFOL TV and our second episode of a brand new series where we build an actual city. We have a really exciting episode with two different segments. The first segment is going to cover how we sort, organize, and store all of the Lego, including the storage room. We're going to give you a full tour and show you the bins on the walls, break down the thought process that went into it and where we put all the bricks and pieces. Next will be the actual city update, which is going to focus primarily on the roads and how those were assembled and the thought process that went into those, as well as a little behind the scenes look at the new and upcoming layout and how everything fits together. We're broadcasting live from our brand new dedicated Lego room, which we covered last week in the initial episode that kicked off the whole series. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. I'll link it up above. But it basically covers everything that went into the new room, the layout, the tables that we used, how we're putting everything together, how everything is working and syncing with Amazon Alexa, and some of the technology that is going into creating these videos for you guys. Unfortunately, this will actually probably be the last update video for a couple of weeks. We have a few outstanding Bricklink orders that are kind of caught up in the whole Postal Service issue that's been going on for a couple months now. But that being said, we do have a lot of really fun stuff planned in the future, including some skyscraper builds and actually getting things going vertical instead of just the road plates. So make sure you stay tuned and stick around for those updates. We have a lot to cover, so let's go ahead and dive on in. The first segment of today's video covers the brand new dedicated parts closet and storage area. While not as big as some of the other Lego rooms out there, we're pretty happy with how everything turned out. Let me show you around. Before actually hanging any bins, we had to measure and note what could actually fit. It is a relatively small closet and we wanted to maximize the space. While doing so, we noticed that the shelving in the closet has metal supports that protrude from the wall and create an issue when mounting the bins. A quick trip to the hardware store and 12 pieces of wood later, we had a solution. Using wooden rods to extend the mounting area about an inch off the wall allowed the bins to be mounted without running into the metal supports. It was important to mount the bins at this height as it allowed the IKEA Alex drawers to slide in with millimeters to spare on each side and in the back. Once everything was mounted, it was time to sort. Countless hours went into sorting everything, and a special thank you to my girlfriend who made it all possible. Once sorted, I used Bricklink Studio to assign parts and bins to the various drawers and storage areas. Using a combination of layouts by parts and layouts by colors, I came up with a system that allows for easy part picking and storage. Now let me give you a hands-on tour of where all the different parts are. All right, so welcome to the parts room. This is the main parts wall where a lot of the parts that I use for most of the mocks reside. Overflows to over here, and then there's some extra miscellaneous over there, which I'll cover in a second. As well as a small desk for building, and some of the larger items down here, like these massive plates. The brick wall itself is actually organized partially by color and then also partially by part. So I guess just starting from the top down, up here is a lot of the overflow color for kind of the, odd colors, I guess you'd call them, ones that aren't as common. So you have like the turquoises, the pinks and purples, that kind of stuff. And then up here are overflow bins for anything that I had too many parts of that don't fit actually in the containers anymore. So like over here is black, dark gray, etc. I need to buy more from IKEA, and that'll either come down here or I'll build a shelf up above to have it go up. This first one though is actually what I call my road bin, and it holds all of the parts for the roads and the sidewalks. Moving on down, up above we have pick-a-brick cups, and this also holds kind of the larger overflow bricks. So as you can see here is like some 2x2s in white, some 2x4s in white. So anything that, overflows from the actual bins down below, I just store the extra overflow up above. All right, so let me show you how the drawers are organized. So they're organized by part and then also by color. So they start at 1x1, 1x2, 1x3, 1x4, and go on down until you get to 2x2 and 2x4 in plates. Now behind the plates are tiles. So if you look in the back here, on the 1x1 for example, there's 1x1 tiles corresponding to the 1x1 brick. Those are then organized by color. So it goes black, dark gray, light gray, white, tan, dark tan, brown, red, orange, yellow, light green, normal green, mix of greens, blue, mix of blues, and then over here is going to be a mix of kind of odds and ends colors, but I haven't actually filled those yet. As you continue moving to the right, we start to get over to kind of the modified bricks and brackets and snot bricks. And so each one has a place in here. They're not all in here yet, but it gives you a kind of an idea of the assorted mix that you find. They're all organized by brick rather than color. For now, they might be broken out later. It gets more into, brackets and all that. And then as you go a little bit further, you get to the rounded bricks, larger ones in the back, smaller ones in the front. And these are color coded, so it starts black, gray, going down through the colors, and then you get over to cones. And the cones correspond to the same spot as the rounded bricks, all sorted by color. As you keep moving to the right, you get into slopes, and you'll find normal slopes and then inverted slopes in the back corresponding. So you can kind of see the breakdown there. I don't have a lot of slopes that are readily available because a lot of them are used to build. And then as you keep going, it gets more into flowers, plants, that kind of stuff for the city is all over here. All of which is organized and kind of by what I use the most of, and all that's still being somewhat figured out and organized, so there's more to come with, again, like the larger ones and spillovers like the palm tree stuff up here. Moving on down to the bigger bins, these are where the bricks are, so it goes 1 by 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4. It's just like the plates, and then you get to the longer ones down here. These guys are massive, and then it goes to the 2 by whatever. So you have first just the L, and then the elbow brick, and then you have the 2 by 2, and from there it goes 2 by 3 all the way down. Then you go dark gray, light gray over here. The whites are all topped off pretty well, into tan, dark tan, reddish brown, reds, and we swing over here to keep it going. So you go yellow, green, and then the blues are down here because up here is more of the miscellaneous. Next, I want to show you guys what's in the Alex bins. These are from IKEA. They're called the Alex drawers by IKEA. And what's awesome is they fit perfectly into this little nook. As you see, the wall comes out right here naturally, and they just managed to fit literally with millimeters to spare on the side. It's crazy. But anyway, let me show you what's inside. These were designed to be parts and pieces that I use a lot of, and I need to see all in front of me all at once. So I use these organizers from Amazon, and I use these Velcro dots to hold them into place so they don't slide around. We're kind of starting out some of the larger plates on the left that don't fit in the bins above, as well as some of the unique plates, just like this cross section. Some of the rounded tiles and stuff, they're a little bit more unique. Modified plates. So all of that on the left. And then in the middle are the small round plates. The camera will focus for you. And down to the small round tiles. A lot of it's very specific. And the top drawer is all black. And then over here you get into the clips and some of the more specific bricks that you need for more of the detailed builds. Back here we have some bars, some rod holders. It's all very specific and thoughtfully organized. And what's great is it follows the exact same organization on each level. So it goes black, dark gray, light gray. Again, follows the exact same organization. And a white. I showed you up above there were some areas with the larger brackets, but down here in these bins we have the smaller color-coded brackets, the ones that are used a little bit more often. So I'll show you So you can kind of see, how the layout works. And up here, that, for example, are like the rounded plates and the dishes and whatnot. So it's stuff that's used often that's kept in these drawers for easy access, and it's all color coded and laid out the exact same way in each drawer so that it's easy to get to and remember where it is. Next is the tan, and then for ones that are kind of like multicolored, like tan and dark tan, I have floaters that sit on top that hold the dark tan pieces. For example, like red, reddish brown, these guys go together. Floaters on top. So you get the idea, and it goes basically, yellow, green, blue. Then down here you get into the transparents, and these are still kind of being sorted. So, eventually it'll be built out, but as you can kind of see, each row is its own color. And it'll actually overflow into down here eventually. Just haven't received enough storage containers yet from Amazon. I have some of these on back order. But you can see what happens if you don't have the Velcro. They kind of slide around. So that's why I have the Velcro to hold everything in place. And the last set of drawers are for plates. And these have not totally been organized yet. So it's still somewhat in the works, but it's where all the plates, wedge plates, round plates, everything is going to be over here. I mean, literally everything. Right now it's somewhat color coordinated, but there's still a lot of work to be done. This whole thing will be plates, and literally right now it's just not totally organized yet, but that's the plan, is for over here to be the larger plates. So that kind of gives you an overview of what the drawers are for versus the bins up top. Well, my favorite part of it too is I have these trays that go along, and you can kind of slide across and grab parts and pieces as you go. And you can literally grab what you need for your specific build, and literally just go down the line, grabbing parts and pieces, and then it's easy to put them back as well. So I hope that gives you a good idea of how the storage is working in the storage room. Obviously there's still a lot to be done here, but we're really happy with the progress so far. Makes it super easy to come in, grab exactly what you need and go out and build it, which is exactly what we wanted for the purpose of this room. Now, before we hop into the city updates, which I'm really excited to show you guys about, I did want to personally thank everybody and anybody who has downloaded the PDF instruction files from our website, www.afolstore.com. The instruction sales actually go directly into funding the city build, and all profit from that website is invested right back into this channel, the equipment that goes into making the videos, the bricks and pieces for the city itself, and everything that pretty much goes into creating content for you guys. Now, if you want to support AFOL TV and this channel and everything we're doing here and help us grow faster, get the city growing and everything else going forward, there's a few ways that you can actually help us out. By far the easiest, cheapest, and no cost to you way to support us is liking, commenting, sharing, posting our photos elsewhere, posting our videos elsewhere, subscribing to this channel, following us on Instagram, and just getting the word out about this channel. It helps us immensely, and I can't thank you enough to everybody who has done so far. Now, the next level of help that really helps us out is actual profits from the website, and that is, again, www.afolstore.com. By purchasing instructions and parts files from our website, when you download it, you actually get a PDF instructions file so that you can go through it at your own pace and build any of the mocks that you see behind me or on our channel, including a few additional ones that you don't find on YouTube. And you also get a parts file, which is a .io file. If you're not familiar with Studio, we've done a tutorial, which I'll link up above, and I've covered it in a few other videos. It's a great software program, and it allows you to order the bricks and pieces directly from bricklink.com. You just upload the document, you click buy, and it'll auto sort and select the stores for you. You pay for shipping, and the bricks will come to you, and they are the exact parts and pieces for the exact file that you want to build, so you can build any of the sets on our website just by download from our website, uploading it to Bricklink, getting the pieces and parts delivered to you, and you're good to go. Lastly, you can use our Amazon link, which is found in the description below on any of our videos, and our Patreon link, which is also found in the description on any of our videos. We get a small profit from any Amazon purchases, and then the Patreon followers will pay a monthly subscription, and that helps us out immensely as well. So thank you in advance to anybody who does that. Again, all of the money is being used to funding this channel and growing the city behind me. Legos are expensive, unfortunately, as you guys are well aware, and any money that comes this way will help fund additional videos in the future, generate more content, and in turn, that really just helps you guys. So at the end of the day, thanks again. Now, with all the shameless plugs out of the way, let's get back to what you really came here for, and that's updates for the city. So let's dive on in. In episode 1, we showed you the growing layout.
And in this episode, I wanted to go over the road development and the overall build out. Using the standard Lego road base plates, which are new for last year, and a few modifications, which I've gone over a couple times now and you can find on our channel, I started laying out the city. It was important to include small details and make everything smooth and seamless. The intersection proved to be very challenging, especially once it was decided to include the train track. I really wanted to make sure that the track was still seamless, even though the border was going to be messed up. I did what I could with the edge wall to cover the rails, and overall I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I also needed to make unique shapes for the intersection, and I had a plan to create a rounded median as well as a median crosswalk. Once all the details were dropped in, the city started to come together, the intersection was seamless, and I was happy with the way things were starting to look. Let me give you a hand-guided tour. So here's the intersection, all assembled. Still waiting on a few pieces from Bricklink to fill in these little rounded areas. But you'll notice that there's a brand new track running through, which wasn't in the first video. Decided to mix up the layout just slightly, and there'll be an above ground subway / train public transit going along the beach right here. Also installed traffic lights, which these are, they're pretty sturdy, as you'll notice. And I did put instructions up on our YouTube channel on how to make these. They'll probably evolve a little bit as the city grows, but I do really like how they turned out for now. And they come with little crosswalk indicators. So now with the intersection complete and filling in the rest of the road, which was missed on the last video, starting to finally come together. You'll notice that down here there's still quite a bit of building that needs to take place. And this road was actually damaged during the move. I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of coming apart. So that's going to need to be modified. It'll also, instead of veering right in the back, it's just going to go straight. So that's another update I need to work on. But this road is essentially coast highway. It's going to be the main corridor along the beachfront, which will be, right here in the future. And if you notice the little taxi designs, these were a free construction video that I did a couple weeks ago, and you can find that on the YouTube channel. The bus is available on our website, along with a few of these other builds, such as the sheriff's car. You'll notice too, I took the stickers off a lot of these. I actually bought a new printer. It's on the way, should be delivered here in the next week or two. So I'm gonna be updating the stickers. So none of the cars have stickers on them right now because I think I found a better brand, which I will do an article about on the website. So for now, everything is bare. Looking ahead to the future, there's gonna be a lot of skyscrapers over this way. This is kind of where a lot of the main height is gonna be. You'll notice right here I have some green plates laid out. This is actually gonna be a little park area with some shops right here. I'm gonna try and integrate the Chinese Lantern Festival set. I think if I can get the pond and the bridge to fit basically right here, it'll be a nice entryway into the park and the shops. And then additionally, where the bull is currently in the set, I'm gonna actually put the bonsai tree right there. So it'll be a nice, greenscape and a really nice corner entrance to kind of the main downtown financial district and shopping area. This road is still needing to be finished. I have some bricks that are on back order from Bricklink, just waiting for them to be delivered. But as you can see, there's going to be a little crosswalk back here, which will make for a nice integration of these little speed bumps that Lego came out with. And then right here is going to be the first skyscraper. This will be the next building to be built. Some of the bricks for it have already been delivered. Just waiting on more. Kind of gives you a sneak peek at some of the colors that will be going into it. With the intersection complete, you can kind of see the overall street design. There are going to be, lines for stopping the cars when the light would be red, for example. Over here, you can see it's a break because on the right side, they'd be coming this way. On this side, the traffic would be going this way. So there's no white line over here because the traffic drives through. But there is on this side, for example. Also included along the streets are my street light design, which focus here for you. Doesn't want to do it. There we go. So this design is part of the tutorial for the roads, so you can see how to make those. And again, it's another pretty easy build. And the palm trees, which I really like how these guys turned out. These I have a tutorial for on the channel as well. They're a little bit more expensive because they use the old style trunk, which was discontinued a couple of years ago. But I think it looks a little bit better than some of the alternative bricks.
Well guys, that's it for today's update. I hope you guys liked it and got some ideas from everything that you saw. Again, things that were covered in the city, such as taxis and other things that we went over during the city overview. A lot of those can be found on the YouTube channel, so go ahead and check out the channel for free tutorials. If you can't find it on the YouTube channel, there's a good chance that we have instructions downloadable on our website, www.afolstore.com. And again, we're gonna be coming out with probably bi-weekly or every 3 weeks or so updates regarding the city, so make sure you stay tuned and subscribe. We look forward to seeing you then. Thanks again, and see you next time.